Today in this video we will take up the politics topic, in which we will take up the pressure groups. Pressure groups means the groups of people to exert pressure on the government on insisting their demand, and basing on the demand the government has to budge on the demand. So that is called the pressure groups, that we will see in this video. ப்ரெஷர் குரூப்ஸ் என்பது ஒரு அழுத்தம் கொடுக்கும் ஒரு குழு, ஒரு அமைப்பு சார்ந்தது. இது கவர்மெண்ட் ஆர்கனைசேஷனாக இருக்க வேண்டும் என்ற அவசியமில்லை, நான் கவர்மெண்டல் ஆர்கனைசேஷன் ஆக இருக்கக்கூடிய வாய்ப்பு இருக்கிறது. உதாரணத்திற்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யூனியன் குரூப், அல்லது ஒரு ஒரு பொதுமக்கள் நலனை சார்ந்த ஒரு அமைப்பு, அசோசியேஷன்ஸ், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் யூனியன் குரூப், or a sectorial interest groups. Say for example, one year's demand on 1 year's group, which will be demanding more, that is more allocation of seats in government service or in educational service. So these are the pressure groups which is inseparable in the community. So we know pretty well that the individuals forms family consists of the community, and the community consists of groups, lot of groups. So a pressure group is also a type of group that exerts pressure on government. So as regards the meaning, the factor of self-interest, that is the group which shows self-interest, that forces men to that is cardinal factor of self-interest that forces men in unison with the like-minded one, hence their position and power. So the meaning is the self-interest forces combine together, and the men in those men in unison, and they are having union activity, that is all are joined together since they are like-minded people, and they exert pressure on the government or on politics to have the policy to be bent on them, so that they can get benefit out of that. That is the meaning, and it consists of individuals and multi wares of interest. That is the meaning, and any collective of persons with the common objectives and realization through political action to influence public policy. So they cannot get the things done, though the demand they can make demand that has to be met with only by the politics or by the people who are in power. So realization through political action, so they can realize their the demand by means of influencing the public policy. So the policy is a broad framework which has to be bent on the demand of the pressure groups. So this can be compared to a seesaw. A seesaw is there with the fulcrum, and it will be going on this and that way. Two people, one man will sit here and another man will sit here. So wherever the weight is there, the seesaw will be bending towards the ground, and the another pole will be up from the ground. Similarly, so the government policy or force will be bending over where the pressure group exert more pressure. So that's why it is compared to seesaw activity. And then the organized aggregate influence government decisions. And the example for public the pressure groups are trade unions and employee groups, student unions, and welfare associations. These are all called pressure groups. So characteristic feature of the pressure groups: a specific interest. They demand and they put forth the demand to the government with specific interest on a particular matter. Say for example, it may be the uplifting of the particular community. For example, the scheduled tribe to be uplifted. They may have some union. Students union, they may protest for their interest. Like the trade unions, they may demand more jobs or more salary. So these are all the pressures, or the allocation of more seats in politics by the women group. So these are all called pressure groups. And the character is a specific interest and play a role of hide and seek in politics. And the pressure group play a role of hide and seek politics. So as like hide and seek politics, they demand, they get, and the government may bend towards their goal, or they may the substitutions may be noticed on pressure groups. So and sometimes they may emerge as the victorious group. So these are all the commonest things. And splinter group within political party, they may also have the pressure groups. And sexual interest, they have sexual interest to safeguard the interest of a section of people. That is called sexual interest. So the institutional groups, that is keep government in the process of operation, that is internal institutional groups. And anomic groups, spontaneous suppressing, that is anomic groups, all of a sudden they merge as groups. And association groups, that is selective interest, they have selective interest. They demand for a particular set of people. And non-association groups based on religion. So these are all the 4 types of groups available. And the group theory, that is the mass activity, it is a mass activity, and group interaction will be there to produce directional activity. And positionistic ally then vary on number of the members, intensity and concerned, and form of organization. So the intensity may vary, the member may also vary from one organization to another organization. And it is usually non-political. They are not having any political force. And then the government concerned with pressure groups. So the government also naturally, because it is a welfare government, they have to satisfy the demands of the pressure groups. So the policy bends towards the pressure. And then groups conflict, there will be, and among the groups there will be conflicting of interest will be there with each other. And in society there are a lot of groups. So in Tamil usually we used to say கேளுங்கள் தரப்படும் தட்டுங்கள் திறக்கப்படும் என்று இயேசு பிரான் சொன்னார். So when you tap the door, naturally it will be opened, and then you demand with the God, and God will give all boons. So similarly here also, based on the pressure found by the pressure groups, the public policy bends towards that, or the favoritism goes towards the pressure groups. And according to Feiner, what he says, it is the interest groups so stronger, group played outside government. And for this one example also can be suggested, that is the secretary, President Secretary Henry Kissinger, in the President of Nixon Secretary Henry Kissinger, he was the main person for the foreign policy during 1969 to 1977. He established a ceasefire and US withdrawal from Vietnam. So the US force was in Vietnam, and the withdrawal the force, Henry Kissinger was the main person to withdraw the US force from the Vietnam, that is South Vietnam. For that he was awarded a Nobel Prize during 1973, along with Lee Duc Tho. So for the two people, it was shared. The Nobel Prize was shared between two, and usually there will be a change in stand in the pressure group, because change is only the permanent. So there will be a change in fundamental theory of groups. Moreover, the groups are culturally bound, and they are not going beyond the culture, because they have to get the demand is to be satisfied by the government, for which they are the protector of culture. And what are the technicalities adopted by pressure groups? So some of the techniques are adopted by the pressure groups for meeting out the demand. They are lobbying. First is lobbying. Lobbying means claim upon other groups. Lobby. So they claim over the things from they compare the things, and they put forth the pressure on government by constant movement. That's called lobbying. And second, the techniques is strike. That is, the strike is a temporary stoppage of work. So they may stop the work. The strike are so many strikes are there. That is pen down strike, and then hunger strike, and then sit-in strike. Like that, so many strikes the people adopt, and the pressure group people adopt so many type of strikes. And for the government attention should be diverted towards them. For that, the strike is necessary. The pressure groups feels, so that they adopt strikes. So sometimes the lorry association and other people, they stop the work, and they strike the entire work of lorry plying and other thing, so that the movement of goods are stopped. Sometimes they demand for cut in their road tax, like that. So these are all called strikes. And next one is Bandh. Bandh is the major closure of the entire machinery in the whole process of sometimes even India. The whole Bandh will be announced by some pressure groups in India. So the entire thing will be stalled. All the work will be stopped. No playing of buses and trains and other things. Even they will even trains will not run, like that. That is called Bandh. So to divert the attention of the government and to have the policy on their behalf, the Bandh is adopted, so that lot of laws will be on that day. And considering all these things, they may bend towards the pressure groups. The policy may bend towards the pressure groups. Some sort of leniency will be given to the particular sect of people basing on the Bandh. Then Garo. Garo means, that is the coercive action is called Garo. Sometimes the pressure groups will Garo the official machinery. Say it may be a political head or the head of the official head. That is called Garo. So by these four techniques, the pressure groups have the weapons in their own hand to fulfill their demand and to put forth their demand to the government and to change the policy on their behalf. So, with this, we conclude this video.